So today I have the pleasure of being with Coach HP. So Hector is a Miami guy, went to school in Miami, went and became famous in Las Vegas and LA, and really enjoyed coaching kids and getting into kids. I had the pleasure of meeting him through one of the biggest agents in baseball, who has Miguel Cabrera, and he was the solution for our own personal hitting problems in the family. But more importantly, he's got an incredible story. So it's a pleasure to have you, HP. You have a very popular podcast, a ton of Instagram followers. You've been pushing me on the social media part. So here with Halftime, you're the next star, obviously, that I get to interview. Tell me what motivates you.
Doctor, first of all, absolute pleasure to be in the greatest doctor in the country's show. Super honored to be that. What motivates me is life in itself and the ability to share our stories with each other. I feel that no one person can be successful on their own. We need to start working as a team, collaboratively, all of us together, in sharing our stories of what made the doctor so good. What did the doctor wish he could have maybe done a little different, and vice versa. So that, to me, especially during these times right now, where everybody's looking inward, what don't I have? What am I not doing normal? What is missing out of my regular life? If we switch our mindset to, okay, how much am I giving now? How much am I giving other people the platform? How much am I making other people feel better about themselves? If we start doing that, a shift changes immediately in our brains and in ourselves, and life starts to change instantly.
Yeah, you really bring up gratitude, which is important. Tell me one of the biggest obstacles you faced in life and how you overcame it.
To me, I think my number one obstacle was dealing with myself. I'm a kid of sports abuse. I developed at a very young age identity issues because my dad's passion was for me to play baseball. I say it proudly now, I'm the biggest failure in the history of Miami baseball by far. and now, as an adult, that I have the luxury of a 41-year-old to look back, doctor, to my life, what was missing was a 41-year-old version of me that was able to say, listen, you're going to get through this. This is part of this. Don't worry about it. You don't have to try to impress the doctor. Just get to know him. Okay, he's had a bunch of more famous people on the show, which is great, but nobody has our unique story. And the learning of when you put the work in something, doctor, you really start to build confidence. And I always was positive. I always was very hardworking, but I felt that my dad, for some reason, put me behind the line. I didn't go to the right school. I didn't have the right group of friends. So I always felt like I had to take a shortcut to get to where people like who you deal with are. And that cost me because I lied sometimes. I wanted to impress people. I would come across fake while being a positive, very genuine dude, but that fakeness of lying. So I think my biggest obstacle was becoming comfortable with myself. Everything. Blue collar kid, came from Cuba, public school kid his whole life, would have died to go into private school, didn't have that option, went to community college, then lived in his car in Los Angeles for 6 months, turned actor, Las Vegas, and then now. Every single one of those steps, doctor, was super necessary for me to get to where I'm at. So to answer your question, the ability to humbly be myself.
Yeah, some people call it showing your vulnerability, and it's definitely absolutely critical. And in terms of what we do, we always talk about, you're one patient away from being humble, but there's such a thin line between that gratitude and being humble, but definitely realizing that, and I think most of us realize right now how easy it is. You can't go out to dinner in a restaurant in Miami, so how easy it is to get that taken away. So knowing, you mentioned your 41-year-old self, I love that. What would you tell your 8-year-old self, your 9-year-old self, knowing what you know now?
I would think about this. It's crazy. While I was 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, I would think about this, and I would think about this over and over. I would say, get ready. It's not going to be fun for a real long time, but everything you're going through now is going to be totally worth it. So let's do the math. I'm not as smart as you, doctor. So if I'm 8 times 20, so I'm like 30 something years in the future now, talking to myself, it'd be that. I didn't know social media was going to come. I didn't know positivity would be in right now in 2020. You can't predict these things. And I think a lot of kids, especially young kids, try to predict things because they try to imitate other people's past. And there's only one Dr. Lee Kaplan. We can't imitate you. So what I would tell myself is, it's all going to be worth it. It's going to be very hard. But what you're going through now is going to prepare you to deal with everything in life. And the amount of impact you're going to do, the amount of good you're going to do, the amount of connection you're going to bring in to the world, you're going to be so satisfied that you have no idea how much all this was worth it.
Do you feel that way now?
1,000,000,000%, doctor. And the hardest thing is for strangers not to understand it, and it's not their fault. It's almost like if I know I could be the second greatest doctor in Miami, and I go to you and I say, listen, I want an internship, I want to be, and you for some reason don't call me back, you don't, in the timely manner that I think it should be appropriate, to not take that personal. In Spanish, there's a saying that goes, "Ate loco," which means just act crazy and pretend you never got rejected or anything. And I feel that way now. I've had the power. I have so many good things happen to me, but I'm yet so far, doctor. So that ability to understand the glorifying of the journey, the glorifying of the process, eliminating end results, that is what I feel is the key to having people be successful in 2020.
No, I think that was excellent. That was awesome. Everybody, let's go. You're at Coach HP on Instagram, right?
At Coach HP on Instagram, the Coach HP on Twitter, at Coach HP on YouTube. I want everybody on this show right now to comment, tell Dr. Lee he needs more, he needs a YouTube channel. We got to get this dude on TikTok. This guy's a legend, and we're not taking advantage of our legends, guys. So comment below, just get the doctor on more stuff, get him on a show. He needs a long format show. There's too much knowledge, too much love. One of the most genuine guys I know that cares across all platforms, all cultures. This guy's one of the best, so please give him that love.
Thanks, man. You're awesome. And everybody should know Coach is going to be a father soon. So we look forward to him empowering his son when it comes.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the opportunity, doctor.
Talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay, buddy. Bye.